welcome everybody to an all-new episode of GV and Interview. Today I have a very, very, very special guest, one of my favorites, Allen Maldonado. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I first want to start off by saying Psych 3, This Is Gus, Comedy of the Year. It was hilarious. So I have to ask you, working with those two, how hard is it to stay serious in a scene when those guys are just oozing comedy?
Wow. You know what? And I'm not one for breaking a character, and no matter what the take is, because usually it's me breaking people. So I think I found myself I think I broke maybe twice on on this set, and that's saying a lot. Just because I'm usually more disciplined, but these dudes are hilarious, man. Hilarious, and just the playing in their arena, man. Like I said, I'm new to the psych universe, so it was definitely respect and kind of just following their lead and kind of seeing how they play ball, and then finally being able to add my own kind of sauce to everything. So it was just great, man. It was kind of like a three-man weave once we got to going. You know what I'm saying?
I loved it. I loved the chemistry that the three of you guys had. I'm a huge fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and they always say on that show how it's kind of just a premise, but they kind of just ad-lib everything. Yeah. So how much of this, because those two are so, so experienced working together, how much of the script was them just improvising, and how much of it was just literally following the beats of the script?
Well, I think that it has the same framework. Now we stick to the script, I think a little bit more than Curb the Enthusiasm in this particular film. But throughout shooting, comedy is one of those things where you do it once or twice. You have to change it up, or it's going to be stale, or it's not going to be got to have the same emotion or energy behind it. You could deliver it the same way, but it just about a third time, it just doesn't have that magic with it. So we're always adjusting, we're always playing, we're always looking to add ad libs, but for the most part, we stuck to the script, and then we added, different jokes and different things. Once you put it on his feet, it's like, oh, that works, that doesn't, or this works better, or just we're in the element of everything, and something organic happens. Like you have to allow the space in order for those magical moments to happen. So that's exactly what they did. It created a space. So we stuck to the script, but then in moments we were able to add what we needed to.
I love that. And kudos to you, because just watching it, I keep saying to myself, it's a supreme talent to do what you do, because I couldn't work in all that comedy and then someone say action, and now I have to be serious. That's a supreme talent, because
it's focus, man, because these guys are bringing it, man.
For sure. Just the scene with the three of you, where they come in, and it's kind of like, a surprise. Just seeing how all that plays out between you and Gus, I was in stitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't do it. So tell me a little bit more about your character in the balance of it. It's somewhat a serious character, but you're bringing in the balance of comedy. So like, how is that balancing the two of those?
Well, I was very good question. It's different styles of comedy. It's different styles of and then there's different players in comedy. Just not to nerd you out, but just there's different styles, and then there's different positions. Whether it's the straight guy, or it's the big funny, or whether it's dry humor, whether it's over the top, whether it's all of these things are elements that you have to understand in building your character, and what's the best position for you in this team, where the Dulé has a specific character that he has. So how do I balance that? And that is always the key when it comes to these comedic moments on screen, is that everybody being the star in their role, where this person is supposed to be bigger, this person is supposed to be small, it's supposed to be more dramatic, because if he's more dramatic, it makes it more honest. So when the comedy happens, you see it as funny rather than, you know, something that's painful or hurtful or emotional in another way. So it was just great to be able to play this particular position where I couldn't be the over the top. It couldn't be the, you know, classic way of drawing out funny, but more in the more of a dramatic type of way and finding these different spaces and pockets to kind of inject a little more life. It's yeah, like man, it's a science to me, man. Like,
love it. No, I love it. I love hearing this because to me, this is something I'm really passionate. Like when I watch stuff like this, I see it for more than just a comedy and like, oh, it's just laughs. There's an art form to everything that you guys do. So I always wanted to know this. Do you guys like get together, go over the script and stuff like that, kind of bond, or is it just they yell action and you guys just make magic happen?
It depends on the project. Like it depends on the project. And this one, we didn't really have. We wasn't fortunate enough to have that kind of rehearsal time. It was in Canada, I had to quarantine. So I was there 2 weeks before I could even do anything, you know. So, and we shot, and I was shooting. I had to be shot out. I had to start a house party. So I had 2 weeks to be on set. So we really didn't have that time to kind of go hang out and build it that way. So we were on set like before, you know, we yell action, they'll call and block out the scene and we'll get to rehearse and then we'll play around with it there. And then after that, it's action, it's go, go, go. So that's why we're professionals. You know, we really can go in there and start from zero to go from 0 to 100 if needed to, you know. So it's and then when you get the chemistry between the three of us was organic, so it was a lot. It's easy to do something like that in comparison if the chemistry wasn't there, because then that would be tough.
Right. So what do you prefer? Do you prefer the getting to hang out, building that way, or do you prefer the just suitcase in hand, I'm going to work and I'm working out?
It doesn't matter how we get to the mountaintop as long as we get to the mountaintop. So if you have the opportunity to build that chemistry, that's a luxury that a lot of times we don't really have, depending on people's schedule. Like I'm always bouncing from project to project. So like as soon as I'm finishing one, I'm leaving to start another one. So I guess I've gotten kind of used to just coming in and rocking it without any real chemistry, just because I'm usually bouncing from project to project.
Right. So you are new, like you said, to the PSYCH family. Yeah. Are you new as a fan to PSYCH, or has this been something that you?
I'm new to. I will never disrespect the PSYCH legendary fans, man. By saying that I'm well versed. Like this was I don't watch much TV, so like I always try to explain that first and foremost. But after booking a role, I watched a couple of episodes again to study the tone and study how they move. But I'm in awe of the legacy that they've built in the world and in a space where there's so much television and so much media, to have this lasting impact says it all, man. And I'm just honored to be a part of it.
You know, I really love that because I've interviewed tons of people and I always get the actors that will lie. In that. Yeah, I've seen from season 1 all the way to season 15. And it's like they didn't even have 15 seasons. What are you talking about? So I do appreciate that because there is something special about being in it. And once you're in it, loving it enough or knowing that you're attached to it, enjoying it enough to go, I'm going to check this out. Like I've never gotten a chance to see it. So now that I'm in it, let me check it out.
I'll say this, like I don't watch TV because I'm so involved in creating it.
Mm-hmm.
And not in the sense that I don't watch it. I'm just doing it all the time. Like I'm really doing and that's the goal. Like that was always my goal, is to do it. So I'm either in front of the camera or I'm writing or like it's always in pursuit of acting. So it's rare when I have these spaces where I even sit down for long periods of time without working. So, so like that's usually the problem. I just don't have a lot of time.
I love that. That's a space. That's a space I want to be in. I'm just so booked and busy.
Yeah, that's for real, man. Listen, it's a habit. My mom taught me early on in life. She said, if you're not busy, you're getting in trouble. So
that is true.
And that's usually what it is. When I'm not busy, I'm getting in trouble. So I gotta
that is true. That is so true.
Yeah, so I stay busy, stay out of trouble.
I got a chance to talk to Steve Franks. How was the process working with him? Because I'm such a huge fan of his. One of my favorite all-time movies is Big Daddy that he wrote. That was just such supreme writing to blend serious tone with a comedy and allowing Adam to just grow in that. What were some of the experiences you had working with Steve?
That's an incredible man. I'm a big person of energy, and I'm a bit of a hippie. So he has such a gentle and amazing, welcoming energy that you wanna make sure whatever he asks of you is on point. Like it would break my heart to let Steve down. Like it'd break my heart. Like it'd be like, I let Steve down. Oh man, like it'd kill me. Like that's the type of person he is. So that was, again, he just allowed and created a space that it was like, okay, again, these are people that have known each other decades now. And I've been there 20 minutes, and he's embracing me like one of them. And that again he's just an incredible human being. So it was an honor to be, to work with him.
I love that. So I want to ask you this. I don't want to hold you too long. I want to ask you this. I'm very familiar with your work, but I became a supreme fan of yours with the hit show Heels. I do believe should be getting some awards come awards.
Put it in the air, baby. Put it in the air,
absolutely. Baby. And I don't even know who you give it to. Everybody.
Yeah. Just put it in the air. It's all right.
I want to ask you, because you got a chance to actually work with some wrestlers in this space. How important is a show like this to completely wash away the narrative of how scripted and fake and whatnot wrestling is? Because even just watching that show, hitting that mat, people fail to realize that's not like a cushion. That's not like pillows you're landing on.
It's really strange to think that people. I think what the show is doing is showing that wrestlers are real people, and no matter how fake you may think it is, that's still a real person inside that ring.
Right.
That is performing and is entertaining you. But doing that takes so much of who they are as a person in order to accomplish or reach those heights. So I think it's humanizing, the idea of who and what a wrestler and what the makeup of that type of person is. So I'm excited to continue to share and share light on these incredible athletes, because they have no off season. They have no off season. So I don't care about what you want to say, real or fake, because I tell you what, you get clotheslined by James Harrison at 280. You tell me if it's real or not. You tell me. Shout out to Pete Siegel, because we did that clothesline maybe 3 times, and I told him about a 4th one. I said, "Hey, you ask me to do this again, you can get your ass in here."
You're like, enough of that. Get one of these cuts. Get one of these.
Moving on. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. So yeah, like, wrestling real, baby.
I love that, and like I said, I really love what you did with your character.
Thank you,
because it was something that the show needed. The idea of someone who's not comfortable just fitting in with the system. He wants to stand out, and that's a fair thing for anyone in any business. Yeah. You don't want to be in the background while you're watching everybody else shine. You want some of that. So I really truly appreciate what you did with that character, and I cannot wait for season 2.
Thank you, brother. I started training for season 2 yesterday. So
did you guys read the script yet, or that's still being worked?
Nah, that's just way too early for that. So but yeah, we're geared up, man, and ready to go for season 2. So
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
Me too.
I tell you what, y'all better sweep up in the awards. Y'all better sweep
up. Hey man, again, put it in the air, baby. Put it in the air. I'm here
Next time I interview you, I want to be able to say award winning.
Listen, I want to have it in the back. I want to be ignorant. If we would be ignorant, just got to tag, have it all on, have it on me. Just, I'm gonna have it, whatever we wore, we win. I'm gonna have it on me at all times. Ignorant.
Well, look, I appreciate you taking your time out to talk with me. Again, like I said, huge fan. You were amazing in This Is Gus. Even more amazing in Heels. I cannot wait to see what you have next. Thank you very much, and I hope to talk again soon.
Yes, you will. We're gonna have that award next time.
Absolutely. It's in the air. It's in the air.
Right.
Thank you. Right. Take care.
All right, brother.